So Bethesda released Starfield recently, and you might have seen some of the backlash about this game. Some of it is justified, and some of it is absurd. Like this guy who made literally a 3-minute video ranting about the pronoun option when you make your character in the game. Now, when I first saw this video pop up in my timeline and everyone talking about pronouns in Starfield, I was genuinely really confused because I had no idea what they were talking about. And then I looked it up on Google Images to see what people were talking about, and it turns out when I made my character, there was just pronouns there, and I just ignored them and kept playing the game because I didn't think much of it. So to see a guy make a 3-minute rant video about the pronouns of the game is really absurd to me, given the fact that I didn't even notice it when I was making my character. I kind of just played the game and made my character and moved on. So it's really insane to me this guy ranted for 3 minutes about it. Now, obviously, this video has blown up and more people have chimed in with their opinions about this guy making a 3-minute rant, including myself because I'm talking about it right now. But I've been playing Starfield, and this guy's complaints are like pretty bad. He's basically saying that I can't escape from the real world because the real world's in my game now. And it's like, dude, I hate to break it to you, okay? But it is such a small part of the game, you can just ignore it and move on. It's also really silly too because the whole point of an RPG is to make a character that represents you or what you want to represent. So of course you're gonna give people as many options as possible to customize their character. It's really not a big deal. I don't understand why people care so much about this because it's the whole point of an RPG. And then also the point of making a game is to make it as inclusive as possible for the target audience. So if you're making a game that's an RPG, you want to include as many people as possible into your RPG because you want to make money on your game sales. So like, regardless of how you feel about this, I don't think this is like a political statement from Bethesda. I don't even think this is like really political. I just don't really see pronouns as like a political thing. It's just a way to address a person. It's not really political. People have made it political, but I don't think it's inherently a political thing. And some of the people that have made it political are Dr. Disrespect, which I was actually surprised and also not surprised to see in my timeline. He tweeted this: some of these poor young people are just depressed. No life experience, completely misdirected by the internet. Look at my words being taken out of context here. Their insecurities are obvious. Politics should stay out of the video game industry entirely, along with people like this. Again, I don't think it's politics to be able to set a way you want your character in game to be addressed. Like, it's an RPG where you interact with NPCs a lot. I think people playing this game want to make whatever character they want and just play the game. I really don't see why this is an issue at all, especially when the game actually has issues you can complain about. Like, everyone's complaining about the pronouns at the start of the game that it takes like 10 seconds and you forget it exists. Like, this started this huge controversy in dialogue for no reason when this game has actual problems we could be talking about on the internet. You know, like the fact that you have to go through like a billion loading screens to do anything, or maybe the fact that there's a bug where people can't actually pull out their guns or shoot their guns. I currently have this bug and it's really annoying me because I literally can't do anything. I am soft locked. I might have gotten it fixed by the time you're watching this video. Hopefully I did. But like, I can't progress the story anymore. I am soft locked because I can't pull out my gun and I'm supposed to be having a peaceful interaction right now. But every time I walk in, I get shot at. So it's pretty silly to be complaining about something like this when there's actual issues with the game, which maybe they'd know if they actually got past the creator screen for their character. You know, maybe they would know there's actual bugs and actual performance issues and stuff like that if they just, you know, played the game. I have an RTX 4090 and 64 gigs of RAM and an AMD 7950X, okay? I should have 0 performance issues in this game. But guess what? I have performance issues in this game when I shouldn't. I should have 0. Zilch. This game doesn't even run above 60 FPS, and I can't even maintain that with my absurdly overpriced system. The game has performance issues, okay? The fact that I had a conversation with Strixo about how this game is gonna run on my 4090 and his 3090, and how we said it's gonna run poorly before this game came out, and we were right, is insane. We're talking about 2 of the most powerful graphics cards on the market not being able to run a new game. That is absurd. I really don't get it. And if you watched a couple previous videos, I forgot which one it was, but I talked about how I kind of wanted Starfield to be bad. And that part of me is disappointed, but I am also kind of happy it is good. I only wanted Starfield to be kind of bad because I really wanted vengeance for Fallout 76, but no, Bethesda did it. They made a good game, and I am upset about that. The game is good, but oh my god, the performance issues are infuriating, and this bug I'm soft locked on is also infuriating, and I hope to god it gets fixed because there is currently no Reddit post for my current problem. The only problem I was able to find was people not being able to shoot, and I tried the solutions for that. It didn't work, so I'm currently just stuck in this mission. Hopefully, as I said, I have it fixed by the time I'm uploading this video, but if I don't, you're not watching watching Starfield gameplay right now. It's also such a weird complaint to be complaining about pronouns in a game that's just filled with spaceships and alien civilizations and stuff. It's just kind of like would pronouns just not exist in the year 2300 or whatever that Starfield takes place in? I mean, they might not. You might just evolve language in a certain way where it's not required anymore, you know? But until the English language is a complete overhaul, pronouns in general are like here to stay. And like, I really never thought this would become like a big deal. It's not like it's forcing you to pick a set of pronouns. It's letting you just pick whatever. I really don't see the issue. It's like a single player game. How is having the option to make your pronouns whatever you want hurting you? Because it's just not. It just isn't. And Dr. Disrespect's takes, I don't know if he's actually just having bad takes to have bad takes because it's like his character and his character just has bad takes, or if he actually just has bad takes as a person. I mean, Dr. Disrespect is also the same guy that was talking about how an NFT game would be like the future, and it's a terrible idea. Basically, he wants a game like Tarkov or DayZ where you have a battle royale where it's like 100 people fighting, and instead of the in-game loot being in-game loot, he wants them to be like real NFTs worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, and that's just a way to get cheaters to play your game and sell your NFTs. It's not going to pan out at all unless you have the most invasive anti-cheat on planet Earth. You need a camera in that dude's room, whoever's playing the game, recording their screen constantly and make sure they're not cheating. Like, that is how extreme you'd have to be to make cheaters not exist in that game. It's just not a good idea. And also, Dr. Disrespect should know that Bethesda should be trying to make this game as inclusive as possible because he used to work for a game studio, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Dr. Disrespect worked for Sledgehammer Games. So he should know that when you make a game, you want the game to be played by as many people as possible. You want the game to appeal to the widest audience possible because that's how you get people to buy your game. I'm sure there's games out there that are fantastic, but they are such a niche experience that most people would not be interested in playing them. So of course, if you're Bethesda or a AAA studio or whatever, you want your game to be as inclusive as possible to, you know, get sales. You're a game publisher. But the complaints about the pronouns for your Starfield character are absurd. Just make the pronouns what you want and play the game. It's not a big deal at all. And if you disagree with that take, like, I'm sorry, go touch grass or something, dude. It's not a big deal. Like, I get the internet is like a rage farming machine, but like, seriously, go outside and touch some grass and like realize that it's not real. The pronouns in Starfield are not going to affect your day-to-day life in any single way, shape, or form. It's just the pronouns in a video game that you don't even have to like interact with. You say your pronouns and you play the game and you move on. I have had 0 reminders of the pronouns being in the game for like 30 hours of playtime. You're not going to see it again. I really don't understand why that's such a big deal. The actual big problem with the game is the performance issues and the fact that there's multiple people getting soft locked from actually completing the game and doing things in the game because the game decides to either not let you equip weapons and have a NPC that's supposed to be being friendly be hostile, like in my case, or you have people that just can't shoot their guns. And this is apparently a much bigger problem than my problem, which sucks because there's fixes for that one, but there's no fixes for mine that I can find. If you have a fix, I would greatly appreciate it because as you could probably tell from watching the video, I have not fixed the problem. It's been like a day and I've been trying to fix it and I haven't been able to. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Like and subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Twitter @Spattins1 and click the end screens now to check out more of my content and have a good one.